long-awaited, and I'm sorry, long-awaited. Welcome back to A House from Trees. Had some stuff going on in life, as will happen, and as a result, the move-in to the place here got delayed a couple months. And Julie and I moved in on Tuesday of last week. It's Sunday right now, and we live here now, and it's bizarre and it's wonderful. It's 70 degrees in here right now. We burned a little bit of one tiny little fire this morning at 5:30 when we got up, out of a couple pieces of pine from the Soffit project, which will be in this video. Yeah, I'm sorry, the videos have just been lacking. It's been such a push for us to get everything finished. I haven't taken the time to film a lot of it. There's some really neat projects that we did that we just haven't done. The cats live here with us now. Here comes little Chiplet, in fact. He hears me talking. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah. This is great, isn't it? Some cool projects that we did that I just couldn't take the time to film. I didn't know what I was doing. We were kind of plodding our way through some of it. There's some odds and ends in this video, and some of what I could get on the Soffit day, which was Friday. I rented a lift Friday for 24 hours, and we got about 24 hours of use out of it. It was 2 or 3 days worth of work packed into the one day. Kind of an old school day, like the old days, and I haven't gone that hard in a long time. And Julie was an animal with me the whole day, and up at 5:15 in the morning to finish the stuff before I returned it at 7. But the Soffits are done now, and it really makes a world of difference in terms of like the feeling of the completed house. Or, you know, it's not totally done. There's the north wall. I got to put the siding on, and the deck needs to go down, but it's a step in that direction. And we made these copper caps, which you'll see in this video. Bent the copper caps for returns, which I explain. I'll explain later in the video. So that is all right. Hey, buddy, no Chiplet. Anyway, yeah, the video production has fallen off at the end of the project here, and maybe that happens. It's been kind of a bit too overwhelming, and just with other stuff going on in my life. And so we got this, and my buddy Corey came down and flew a little magical helicopter with a camera controlled by his eyes and brain, it would seem, around through the place before we moved in when it was empty and ready to go in. So I think that and a full tour will be the next video, and probably the season finale, and then maybe some odds and ends. But kind of getting at the end of the project here, and it feels unbelievable. And thank you all for coming along for the ride. It's really bizarre that we sleep here now. The bathroom is mind-blowingly pleasant. The heated floors is amazing. The brightness, it's just so bright. Daylight savings time was today, and it's just bright in here. It's bright, and it's 70. It's probably 75 degrees upstairs with no heat on. And it's not that cold of a day. It's 50, but the other night, it was down in the 20s, and with no heat, no fire, it was 62 down here in the morning. So it's holding on to the heat. It's working. It's all my weird scheming. It's working. It's really nice. So anyway, this is a long introduction. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming along for the ride. I think a bunch of you have moved on to greener pastures in terms of videos, but this is it. And I mean, just this right here, this couch. We got this couch. Julie found it online, and it was used, and it's perfect. And it makes such a difference. And we'll probably have a couple chairs there and get the fire over there. But I'll give a full tour in the next video with the empty tour and the drone tour of the outside of the area. So that'll be coming up next time, and that should be pretty soon. Get the computer set up, and all that is very exciting. So, boy, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your continued support. And yeah, I wish you could see it. I wish you could feel it. It's staggering. 9 years. In fact, yesterday was the day, was 6 years since we put the frame up, me and 100 other people. a bunch of friends and family and stuff. We put the timber frame up 6 years ago yesterday, and oddly on a Saturday. I think it's strange that it falls like that, but 6 years since the frame went up, and the project has been a little over 9 years since I started cutting the first trees down, and it's nearing completion. So it's exciting. This is a long preamble. Most of the video is just me sitting here babbling. Maybe we'll cut some of it out, or maybe we'll run some project over it. So, all right. Again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know if you could hear me. Machine! Machine! There! There go! Perfect. All right.
I lost mine. You found it. What?
Once again, too hard.
Yeah.
So we had Julie and I had a 1 day rental for this lift, and I picked it up at 7 in the morning. We're back here at 7:30, and just kind of right into it. And we had done a bunch of prep the day before and tried out a little bit over there on the balcony. And I can't really convey how difficult this job was. This was 2 days worth of work that we packed into 1 day, one wicked long day. I think it was about a 14 or 15 hour day. And yeah, as you can see, I was unbelievably fortunate to have Julie on the ground with me doing all of my precise cuts, cutting screens, setting stuff up, like making sure the air hose was like not tangled up, just all the crap. And then, every time we had to move it, I had to move it with a pickup truck to reset it. Because it only had so much reach, and it's self-leveling. It was all electric. It's a really neat rig, but we had just had about a 5-minute break right there where we wolfed down some peanut butter and drank some water and some milk, and then right back at it. It was cold, got out the spotlights and put on the headlamps, and I mean, it was just, I was incredibly lucky to have somebody there willing to kind of plow through this with me. So I put up screen under on all the rafters. because the wide pine boards, is all the stuff I milled, so invariably it's going to have some gaps, and it's going to prevent bugs from going in it. But this was an unbelievably difficult day, and we were both so incredibly tired the next day. But we got it done, and there it is.
You want me to make marks on either side as well? Like for the 6 and the 8?
Yeah.
So...
So hot.
You are?
Yeah. So these are copper caps that go over the end of the roof girts or the beams that protrude. End grain that sticks into the weather, no matter how beefy the timber, will eventually rot. Just think of them as hundreds or thousands of little straws. The structure of the wood to absorb wood and then just break down over time, with sun and wind and snow and all that. So these copper caps go up under the fascia. You saw just a little bit in the video a couple days ago. Julie and I, at night, we cut all these sheets of copper and bent them and kind of trial and error out here by headlamp. And I think they're good. I think they're going to work, well, probably as long as the house is standing. The fascia boards will have to be torn off before those go anywhere because it's copper. But I think, it's up under the fascia board, so any water that comes down will come down behind it. These are sloped down a little bit in the back, so any water that could get back here, which is pretty unlikely, will fall out and not just sit in there. So anyway, that's the story with the copper caps. Yeah, I had intended to do all of them from the lift. Those two are going to be a little bit harder. But the ones out front I can do from the buck of the tractor. But the ones on the house proper, all 6 of them are done from the lift. But we had 24 hours and we used it for about 24 hours. It was a rough day. But all right, giddy up. cover crop. So I am installing a fume hood this morning, and I didn't set up the wiring quite well enough, so I got to do a junction box, but that's okay. It's the only kind of wiring mistake I've made as of yet. But I'm also going to have to auger through a 2x6, which is fine because these aren't load-bearing walls. They're just holding up the insulation and the sheetrock, and I'll continue to do that. So here we go. Well, all is good. You can eat all the grass you want, girl, but just don't get into the garden, okay? Okay. Seems like we got a okay arrangement then, alright? Alright.
Almost.
Kind of not even close. Here, where's that caulk on that? Oh, now it fits, which is
It made itself in.
discerning.
That's great.
Discerning?
It never will come out.
Take this back. Come my way about an inch. There we go.
huge.
Very nice stream. Why would anyone change that? So I wanted a window in the shower, and there is a little pass through, but we ended up. I had these glass bricks that my friend, NPR reporter John Kalish, thank you, John, gave me years ago. He had them in his apartment, and he hauled them up to New Hampshire when he was doing a story, and I met them and picked them up, and I was super glad to find a use for them. And it was kind of a puzzle installing the glass bricks here. I've never done it before, and Julie helped. She was on the other side, but it actually turned out quite well, and it's really fun to be in there in the shower and all the colors outside coming through.